morning. I'm Lance Bickle. I'm a firefighter with the City of Turlock.
I'm Mike Riebensdorf, engineer.
Good morning, I'm Sean Walker, captain of the Turlock Fire Department, and today's the day in the life of a Turlock firefighter.
Come on here, I'll show you about the interior of our station here at Station 33. So this is Station 33. This is where you have on Monte Vista. So as you come in here, this is our office space. This is where the captain will do a lot of report writing after calls throughout the day, and firefighter and engineer can work on the computers here. We have bulletin boards about information in the department, personnel, and what's going on throughout the day of the life here. So as you walk in here, just on the left here, in these cabinets we have some cleaning supplies, some glass cleaner and stuff that we use on the engine, and miscellaneous stuff. And then in this cabinet here we have some medical supplies. So throughout the day, as we run calls, we'll take these things out and supply the engine with all of the medical needs that we need that day. So on the right here, we have our day room, just a living room area with some TVs. This TV up here on the right, that's our dispatching TV. So any calls that we get, there'll be a list of information on that. So as you're walking out the door, you can see what your time responding to the call is, and it's just some brief information. And we also have some dispatching consolettes right here in the day room. So we have one for our department here, Turlock Fire Department, and then one for the Stanislaus County Fire here. So coming over here, we just have some basic battery charging. So we carry a bunch of different batteries on the engine, such as portable radio batteries, DeWalt drill reciprocating saw batteries, and our Lucas device batteries here. So we'll recharge those on throughout the day whenever they're needed. And then coming around here, we have our kitchen area. So we have 3 different fridges, one for each shift. So this is our fridge on C shift. So whenever we come into work, we're going to put our lunch, our dinners in here that we're going to cook. And so we basically have anything that a normal kitchen would have. As a crew, we'll sit down at dinner time and we'll cook for each other, make dinner. We have a rotating shift, so every different shift we'll cook for each other. So this shift will be my shift to cook, so I'd cook for the 2 nights that we're working here, and so on and so forth. So you cook about once every 3 weeks, and so that makes it nice. So coming around here, we're just gonna have some living area. So the first room on the left here is going to be the captain's room. So this is basically going to be his main sleeping area. So whenever he comes into work, he's going to basically just put his stuff in here, sleep here for the however long, whether it's 48 hours, 96 hours, stash his gear, and then he can basically get some rest at nighttime, and we're still responding from calls out of there. And then coming around here, we have a firefighter sleeping area. So this is basically where I'll stash my gear. We've got a couple twin beds in here that I'll sleep on and still respond to calls out of. And then coming around on the left here, and just basically at the next room, which is going to be the engineer's living space. So this is where he's going to sleep and do his thing.
So this is a tour of the fire engine that we have at Station 3. It's engine 33. Basically, we show up to work in the morning, and first thing we got to do is make sure everything's in good operating condition, so that way we're ready to go to run calls right off the bat. Generally, we run calls first thing in the morning. There's a lot of stuff that happens when people wake up. 33, we carry 3 personnel on it at all times. Firefighter sits in the back, the engineer drives, and the captain sits in the front seat on the opposite side. We have a couple cross lays. These are our bread and butter hose lines that we use to pull for interior structure fires, vehicle fires, things of that nature. Our big hoses on the side are basically supply lines. We use these to fill up our engine with and get water to supply our firefighters with their needs. I'll open up some of these compartments, show you guys what kind of stuff we carry. We have to be prepared for anything and everything you can think of. People call 911 for some of the most extreme conditions, to the pulling ducks out of storm drains. Anyways, this first compartment we come to is my compartment. This is the engineer's compartment. It's all connections and stuff that I need in order to supply my firefighter with water and connect to different types of water outlets. Coming over, we have our long tool compartment. A lot of times we have a lot of debris that goes all over the roads and stuff for vehicle accidents. Sometimes we have hazmats. We have wildland fires we deal with. Pry bars we use for moving heavy objects. Other tools that we carry inside here, basically elevator toolkit, so if anybody gets stuck in an elevator. And this right here is our RIC bag, which is to help basically save firefighters that go down inside of a fire. We pull them out with that bag. There's a lot of tools in there for them. Over here in this rear compartment, it's more of stuff we need kind of later on in incidents. Big fan to help blow smoke out of houses, lighting, some fuel for our chainsaws and whatnot. Coming to the back of our engines. We keep our hose protected in the back so it doesn't get beat up by the sun, but we have several different types of hose in the back, from supply lines to attack lines and larger attack lines. We carry water to keep hydrated. Our chainsaws are back here, some hose packs for wildland, and there's some different things that we use, just some small tools for different applications. On the capstan side of the engine, in our rear compartment, is all of our medical gear. Most of the calls that we respond to are all medical aids, or a lot of times, this is one of the main compartments we work out of. Our next compartment that we have is a lot of our firefighter tools. We call these the irons. Our firefighter will take these to all structure fires. Our water cans we use for fighting fire, getting in and out quickly. We can put a lot of fire out with that 5 gallons of water. And then some stuff for extrication. Our next compartment, we basically have our extrication compartment. We have our ballistics gear in here. Now that things are getting a little crazy in life, we have to wear ballistic gear on certain types of calls, and some other medical stuff that we use for shootings and any kind of application like that. Moving along the side, this is where our firefighter sits. This is his seat. We have some extra gear back here that are kind of tucked away in some cubbies. A little difficult to get to, but we make it work. And up in the front, this is where Captain Walker sits, and this is where he works out of. He's got a laptop computer to give us the calls. He gives us directions to the calls, and he can direct me into whatever kind of incident we're going into.
Engine 33. Emergency medical call. At 14 Tawny Lane. Engine 33. Emergency medical call. At 1451 Tawny Lane.
33 responding.
Copy, Engine 33 responding.
I see you're on scene. AMR just called advising you to cancel further today.
Copy, clear.
Engine 33. Emergency medical call. TRS show. At 1729 North Olive Avenue. Engine 33. Emergency medical call. TRS show. At 1729 North Olive Avenue.
Copy, Engine 33 responding.
Must be in dialysis.
Says Dr. Ishu.
Well, she's waving us down.
Okay.
Going in there.
AMR, 33.
Copy on scene with AMR.
Engine 33, and Engine 31. Commercial fire alarm. Goodwill 677 and Golden State BL. At 677 North Golden State Boulevard. Engine 33, and Engine 31. Commercial fire alarm. Goodwill 677 and Golden State BL. At 677 North Golden State Boulevard.
Responding.
Copy engine 33 responding.
Engine 31 responding.
Copy engine 31 and 33 responding for a commercial fire alarm at 677 North Golden State, 677 North Golden State with a cross of gear and canal, covering the smoke detector above the panel that covers all addresses from 677 to 687 North Golden State. Command 1 TAC 1.
Command 131, can you attend to contact citizen?
Affirm. Engine 31 and 33, command 1.
Go ahead.
You can cancel for the alarm company. They called back. There's ongoing construction that set off the alarm.
Copy.
Engine 33. Emergency medical call. At 11 Lander Avenue. Engine 33. Emergency medical call. At 11 Lander Avenue.
33 responding from Walgreens.
33, you're fine.
Engine 33. Emergency medical call. At 5. Tulane Way. Engine 33. Emergency medical call. At 5-1 Tulane Way.
EMS is a large part of what we do. It's called the fire engine. We do a whole lot more than just fire stuff. Here in the city of Turlock, ambulances have, per their contract, about 12 minutes to respond to a call. The fire engine, we usually shoot for about a 5-minute is our average response time. So there could be a big lag, and at many times there's a very large lag in how long it takes for the ambulance to get to us and to the patients. Everybody in the city of Turlock is a firefighter EMT, and we have advanced scope skills that we're able to do on scene as well. So we've been able to pick up a lot of training and a lot of new skills along the way to assist in our citizens' protection and safety.
A fire engine carries water, hose, and personnel, and a truck has a ladder on the roof of it, basically.
So here at the Turlock Fire Department, probation is a 1-year process. It consists of 3 tests, a 4-month test, a 7-month test, and a 10-month test. And so basically throughout my year, I'm basically going around the districts, going through the engine and the station, and learning all the different parts about it, and just getting a feel for the Turlock Fire Department and what a firefighter would be like.
Here at Station 3, we average about 8 calls a day. or 8 responses throughout the course of the day. Here in the city of Turlock, there's 4 stations. We've had 4 stations since 1993. Call volumes have gone up pretty significantly. Now we average about 12,000 responses a year for the city and about 7,000 calls. So if you were to break it down, we're roughly 8 calls per day per station. But as we found out, some days we can run 2 to 3 calls, some days we can run 15 to 20. It just depends on the day, depends on the night, depends on how things go.
We rarely get a full night's sleep at any of our stations. Generally, we're up, I would say on average, 3 to 8 times a night between the 4 stations.
So typically I'll come on and we'll train, in my 48 hours, we'll train about every day. Whether that's manipulative or going written and going out and inspecting buildings and doing some pre-planning and seeing what we're gonna have before calls. But I'll typically spend most of the day training, doing studying and manipulative type stuff.